This is Yoshken, the Yoshken, bringing you another Let's Talk video. Last time we talked more about the boo item, and I got some couple things wrong in the comments, and you guys, well, mainly King Ashawad, corrected me. Thanks a lot. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the 2-item system, the main reason why you clicked on the video in the first place. So why don't we talk about how 2-item systems worked in the past and gives out some pros and cons to it, because yeah, there are cons for holding 2 items in this game. First off, 2 items is not shy for Mario Kart. It was in Mario Kart 7, it was in Mario Kart Wii, DS, Double Dash, and 64. I'm not sure if it was in Super Circuit or Super Mario Kart, due to the fact that I haven't really played those games. If I'm not mistaken, it probably is in Super Circuit, because I remember playing it a bit. Didn't own it, is what I meant to say. So, 2 items. Most prominently was used in Mario Kart Double Dash. You actually had 2 items to pick from, because there were 2 characters. This time, the character could just hold 2 items magically in their inventory somehow. So, why do this? I say it's more for the battle mode, because holding only 1 item for battle mode is gonna make it take too long. And with that being said, I don't like how Feather is restricted to battle mode only. It makes me sad. I was thinking of all the good things that the Feather could have been doing, and then I looked at the bottom of the video and it was like battle mode only. Gotta be kidding me. So, off with that. In Mario Kart Double Dash, you could actually switch between using both of those items. So if you had a shell and you had a banana, you could press the Z button to switch the items that you wanted to use. Predominantly really switching the characters because they were holding the items you had. In this game, it looks like you're not able to switch, which I'm glad that actually is a restriction. Say if you had a coin and you had a banana, then you have to use your coin first and then the banana. So you have to get rid of both of your items. But that also doesn't help when there are double item boxes all over the track now. So, kind of balances it out. Another thing with 2 item systems is that it hinders everyone else but first place. And you're like, what do you mean? Now you have more items to hit first place with. Not really. If you have some really good players playing against you, you'll see that first player can hoard 2 good items, say a shell and a banana, for instance, to stop some red shells that's gonna come. And you have to fight for first place, and then you have to defend for from third place, so they won't take your spot. You see what I'm getting at? It's not really gonna work as you think it's gonna work. It's gonna be harder to get in first, and for someone who's been in first for a while now and sees the difference between 2 item systems and 1 item system, I say for racing, 1 item is better. All because it keeps me out of first as much. And I know that sounds silly, that I don't want to be in first a lot, but remember, when you're in the lead, when you're on top, it's boring. I like running around the track as much as anyone else, but sometimes getting hit is just as satisfying as winning the track. Sometimes that frustration really, really counts into winning. So it's gonna be harder for players to knock you out of first. You can have a super horn and then have a mushroom. So you use the super horn on the regular items, and then when a blue shell comes, you boost away at perfect timing. It's all basically a mind game, really. It's gonna depend on how people use their items, but it gives first place the biggest advantage. It also gives last place a advantage also, because all they have to worry about is attacking forward more than defending from the back. So it gives first and last place advantage, and it gives all the middlemen as such a disadvantage due to the fact that they have to defend both sides. And then they have to defend both sides. And the one in the top and the one in the bottom, which has nothing to lose and nothing really to gain, can hoard the items and stay in that play. Will stay in first for a longer time than they should. I'm not saying it's impossible to get them out at first, but I remember back on Mario Kart Wii, I kept having 2 items and I had 2 red shells. So on Bowser's Castle, I kept throwing these red shells, and this guy was so fast. I don't know if he was hacking at that time or something like that. I'm not gonna denounce his skill or anything, but he was about a half a lap away. And I mean a half a lap away, and I don't get beat that easily. Like super hardcore half a lap away. And I was about half a lap away from everyone else. Well, more like a quarter. So no one was catching me, and no one was catching him. He had some good items to defend, red shells and all the other such. And I had red shells to throw at him, and I also had to defend. So he had some good items to stop me with, and I had to think about the threats that were coming from third place, along with trying to throw some ammo at the first place user. All in all, I lost because of a timeout. So that ends that story. But it really shows that if first place gets far enough, that nothing's really going to stop them. At all. If they get a quarter of the track ahead, you're most likely not going to stop them. They're going to be too far for you to actually deal with. And since bombs have been nerfed since Mario Kart Wii, which they don't get rid of your items, first place, when they get hit by a blue shell, their items are still intact. Unless it's shells that are hanging out. But, come on, it's just shells. All in all, I think we'll have to wait and see, but I already know what's going to happen. First place is just going to be harder to get into and easy to maintain, while being in the lower places are going to be easier to get out of, but being in the middle is going to be absolutely awful. And I mean it. It's going to be absolutely awful. And have you seen what happens when you get hit by a normal shell in this game? I mean, everyone likes to dogpile you, man. Every last person likes to dogpile. I get hit in second, and then I get to 10th in like 2 seconds. Everyone passes me. Everyone hits me with shells. Puts a banana in my face. I'm not able to do so. Hits me with a star, bullet bill, you name it. And now you have to deal with double of these. Think about it. This has been Yoshken, the Yoshken. And you know what? If you think I've been a bit more one-sided than the rest, why don't you comment down in the comment section and then tell me if I'm wrong or not. I like the company. Join us if you dare.